Guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Barca Boys, the inaugural. Is that how you say it? Inaugural?
I think it's inaugural.
Inaugural?
Yeah, inaugural.
The first ever episode of Barca Boys live stream as we go along. It's your boy Martin. I'm with
Your boy Lex.
So, long time coming. We had to do another show. Last show was a lot of raw emotions, right? Just a lot of. I don't really think we.
There was just something in the air. That episode we just kind of just hit.
We vented.
Record. Yeah, we hit record and we just
vented.
kind of just vented.
It was a tough one. We talked topics, but it was pretty much just raw emotions. But
yeah,
it's been 2 weeks?
Dude, it's felt longer.
May 1st. It was May 1st.
Longer than
May 1st. So yeah, full month.
It's felt longer than that. It's felt a lot longer than that. I don't know, man. I just haven't been able to watch a game the same way.
I watched part of the final, of the Champions League final. It was so. When I heard the Champions League anthem, I felt hurt. Dude, that kind of just hit me. I was like, wow.
We're not in it.
Yeah, that should have been us.
Yeah.
I should have been waiting to see one of the most exciting games of my life.
Against Tottenham, though?
We've
already beat...
What I'm saying is a Champions League final.
I just think in all, I don't know, I was just in the mindset to where, we beat both of these teams already.
It didn't matter who we played. I thought we were going
to win it. If we were going to play Ajax, that would have been exciting to see De Jong against his future team in the final. That would have been fucking crazy.
Yeah, two very similar
I think it was either Barca or Ajax. Barca and Ajax in the final.
Yeah, everybody really.
But it was honestly, it was such a crazy all in all. Even though Barca did lose by whatever amount they lost by, it was a crazy Champions League. It was just a bunch of twists and turns.
That's why I'm disappointed that the final was so boring. Because dude, the entire season has been a thrill, and the entire season has built comebacks, huge storylines, surprises. Right? How come the final was? Everything that it was it was the complete.
Honestly, I thought the final was gonna. If we're gonna go into the final, I thought the final was gonna be won by a fucking penalty, and I would have been pissed.
I could have seen that happen.
A fucking five, not even 5 minutes into the fucking game, and
bro. 30 seconds. 30 seconds in the game.
You're already calling a PK. Come on, and it was a sus PK.
No, that was a penalty for sure.
Dude, I heard it hit the guy's rib, and then it hit
stretched out. Right?
But is that intentional at that
Dude, but it's still getting in the way.
We're getting into logistics.
Because so Mane was... I think Mane did it on purpose. But even if he wasn't, he could say that it was going to be a cross. And he had his hand up here. And it hit him. Right? It's hard to argue against that. Was it unlucky? Yeah, it was unlucky, but it's still a handball. A handball is still a handball. Especially like that. Because he could argue it was going to goal.
At least for me, I just didn't see it that way. But I can't imagine how Tottenham fans feel about it. They're dude, man... that handball, man, just some shit like that, dude. I'm telling you,
wanker,
bro. Fucking wanker. But that's what I'm saying, dude.
Okay, so we both didn't see the Copa del Rey final.
Oh fuck no, hell no, dude. After I wasn't disgusted because that's a foul word to use, but it just left a sour taste in my mouth. It just left a sour taste in my mouth. I don't know, dude. It didn't appeal to me. It didn't. It
didn't appeal to me. I was indifferent whether or not we won it anyway. Even if we would have won it, I don't think I would have celebrated. I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have done anything. When I saw the score line, I really wasn't that surprised. The team was beat.
I was either way.
The team was beat.
I was just dang, that really affected us.
Of course.
We didn't even want to win the Copa del Rey.
That team is beat, man. And it's going to take a big stir-up, someone to come in with balls to wake this team up. Because Valverde is definitely not that. How can you trust your coach?
Valverde
Hold on. How can you trust your coach when 2 back-to-back years his tactics failed miserably? How can you look at your coach and say, you know what, I trust you?
At that point, then if Barca's gonna keep them on, I think the whole team in itself has to just be we gotta run this shit too. He's not only in the fucking wheel, we are. And then when you start thinking about it that way, it's just kind of fucked. You basically just have this guy coaching.
I just think it's someone new. It has to be someone new.
Did you hear about what is it, like, is his name Ronald Koeman?
Yeah.
Koeman? That they're talking about him going. But did you hear what he said?
He said that Van Dijk should win the
Yeah.
But dude, that's political.
Yeah.
If he comes to Barca, he'll change his stance. He just
Would you want him though?
No, I would prefer Roberto Martinez.
Why?
Something about him just
For Belgium?
yeah.
I think Belgium should have been in the final.
Belgium was an electric team, and I think that's something that's been missing for us a lot. Is that electricity? Like even if we would have won the treble this year, it would have been a lot of just boring, barely scraping by type of games.
I didn't like that.
You know how lucky we were that Messi just came in and saved our ass every time.
Dude, yeah, man.
That's like the worst. That's the best breaking case in an emergency.
I can't imagine how tired he must be, bro. But it still affects him like hella bad that he still affects him. He's just like, dude, I couldn't do I don't know, man. That man has to have a strong mentality.
But man, that narrative of it's somehow Messi's fault is very overrated. I mean,
oh hell yeah,
it's his. Maybe you can argue that it may be his fault as a captain. Maybe he didn't
direct his team.
Yeah, but man, how can you blame your forward when your defense gives up 4 goals? Right? You know what I mean? Like there's other people you can point to that have a more direct impact. In my opinion, but it is what it is. I haven't.
I think Semedo should have started still. But I mean,
we'll get into that. We'll get into that because later on in the show, we're gonna name all the players on the roster, name who we think are transferable with a good price, who should definitely be sold, who is untouchable, and who you're indifferent about and why. So we're going to go through the whole roster, no free agents, so no Vermaelen.
I know you see the drip.
So we're going to go over that. What else we got?
We have the Coutinho triangle with Griezmann.
That's right. So rumors are speculating in France that Barca and PSG have been in conversation about a possible transfer to Neymar. So at this point, what I've been hearing is that Neymar has offered himself to Barca. Barca is in negotiations with Neymar, but PSG is unwilling to sell him. But they might be able to strike a deal if they throw Dembélé in there and or Coutinho. But would that be plan A if Griezmann doesn't work, or would Griezmann be plan B? So that's another topic that we want to get into, because if Griezmann leaves, then Cavani is linked with PSG with Atletico, meaning that PSG is going to be willing to look for another forward.
Yeah.
So it's a big triangle move.
There's just a lot of moving pieces.
There's a lot of important pieces to this. So basically, also,
it's going to be a good transfer.
Have you given up on Dembélé and Coutinho yet? Because if by you allowing them to leave, that's you admitting, okay, we
couldn't get the best out of them. Yeah.
But you know their worth. That's why you can negotiate something with someone else, because you know their worth. We know that Coutinho may not have been the price tag that he was for us, but it's not to say that he's not that price tag, because other teams would pay for that.
I heard that even Liverpool might want him back.
I don't think so. They got a good project.
They do. They have a fucking solid, and Klopp won his his famous trophy. He was able to get it.
Okay, so let's dig into that. Let's start with the Neymar thing first.
Okay.
Without getting too deep, because I know
we actually covered this already.
Yes, but it's different now.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying.
It's different now.
I was gonna ask you. You were at a no.
We're still stuck in nostalgia, I think. If we bring in Neymar, we're bringing in more problems to an unstable situation.
I heard him and Jordi didn't even get along.
I mean, that's like the last of the concerns. I'm saying we're literally bringing him in for kind of a nostalgia. Hopefully everything works out. Remember when we had Suarez, Messi, Neymar thing? And what if it doesn't work out the same? Neymar's not the same player he was then. Neymar's going to want to be on the ball a little bit more.
He was under a different coach, too.
Right. Messi's more central at this point. A little bit more retrieved. How many years is Suarez going to be there? Are we going to spend a lot of money to bring Neymar in just for Suarez to be, leaving in a year or two. And Neymar's not a kid anymore, man. He's 27. He hasn't gotten his shit together.
He hasn't.
So he's a great player, and I would prefer to get Neymar back over having Griezmann.
Just because it might work.
Just because I know the player that he could be, man.
Dude,
Neymar at his best is miles better than Griezmann.
I think Messi will be willing to put in extra work too to get him back to where he was.
And I've heard Messi's been part of this operation, which is awesome.
I bet you it has him hyped, honestly.
I hope, man. But I just don't want to be stuck on nostalgia. If we can get a better offer on a better player, then so be it. But I don't want Griezmann. That one's for sure. I would, because the thing is,
it's not even decided yet.
The thing is, I thought we had a good roster. I think we had a roster to
overall.
Compete. Yeah, I think.
Do you want to go over that now?
We'll dig into that a little bit later. But we had a full roster ready to compete. The signings that Avidal has started to make since taking over has been really good progress. We had one summer, like the summer of 2016, where we bought a bunch of players that didn't end up working out, like Andre Gomes, Lucas Digne, that summer where it was just Denny Suarez came back. And we bought a bunch of these players that didn't end up working out, but, we moved on. But the recent signings that we've been doing have been good. I think they've been performing.
I think...
And then we got De Jong, too.
I think everybody's just, like... I don't know. I think everybody's just excited for what the new project of Barca is.
I don't think we need another project. I think the pieces are there.
You think so?
I think the pieces are there.
That's what I'm saying. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they can't wait to see what the product.
Bro, we because it's not the right manager. We're one ingredient away, and I sincerely think that a change of manager would have been the last piece to put everything clicking. Mm-hmm. I sincerely believe that because we had a team. Yeah. We had a team.
Yeah. I think
we maybe even one striker away from like securing how good we were, right? To really put that extra step. But a good manager away from being something good, man. I mean, we have Messi at his peak still. He has.
You gotta be able to maintain that.
He has the heat map of a midfielder, and he got the golden ball. He played his he started the least amount of games since like 2009, and he just
turned it up
every time he would play. It's like he would score 2 goals. Like, he was just always.
I still remember that stat that was like. It was in every single game since September. He had done something like he either assisted or he scored, and I think I'm like 85% sure he kept that up until Champions League, and he even scored in La Copa del Rey. So
yeah, man.
If that's not like Balón de Oro material, like shit, I
feel bad. Messi deserves so much better.
Yeah.
So actually, speaking of deserving much better, have you seen the shirt?
The checkers board?
Man, it's like we want to keep Rakitic at the club so bad. We're just like, bro.
We're trying to go Croatian.
I don't know, man. I understand that it's hard to keep making different uniforms with the same traditional 2 colors every year.
Like with the stripe?
Yeah, man, because other teams, for example, like Madrid, is just white, right? Sometimes they have like light blue. Sometimes they have
a third alternative.
Yeah, they have a bunch of different alternatives. Well, I always like it. Honestly, I usually like the Madrid colors better.
Yeah, they're ones. I remember Madrid had the pink ones one time.
I'm a more Adidas guy anyway.
Yeah.
So I usually like Madrid's uniforms better. But no, besides the point. So, Madrid they can do different things with the jerseys as long as it's still, white, primarily white. But for the Barca designers, how many years are they going to keep coming up with something new? Because it has to be new consistently. Fans don't like shirts that are very similar. They want as different, like one extreme to another.
I've always liked the stripes going across.
See, I didn't like that one.
I like those.
It was just weird. I like this one because it was the Catalan flag.
Yeah, hell yeah. I like that one too.
Shout out my cousin Lalo for the jersey. Dani Alves 22. Man.
I
But
miss Dani.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah, that one hits.
That one hella hits, dude.
Bro,
all the time.
You ever just like be chilling and then you just remember about this one Barca player from the past and you're just like, I wonder how they're doing.
I always think about it like I always just remember the battles Dani Alves and Ronaldo went at it. Like,
Dani Alves used to usually win those. By the
hell
way.
yeah, hell yeah.
By the way,
He did.
Remember that Meg he had on him?
I was gonna say when you when you got oh my god that was a good Clásico too, bro.
No, I'll just be randomly thinking back about a random player. I just wonder where they're at. Like I wonder. Like, I always get Victor Valdez. Victor Valdez is
coaching.
Just yeah, he is.
He's
he
coaching.
Is. He's a player that I felt bad for how he left. I think he should have stayed a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. He kind of like he should have. If he would have had, I think he wanted that sort of thing from, because you know how like Casillas left, but he's still like performing fucking like at Champions League level at the age that he's at.
Yeah,
I feel like that would have been a proper thing for Valdez, like another team that wanted someone who was still in form ish.
Well, he was supposed to go to Monaco. He was supposed to go to Monaco, and he had a pre agreement in December. But then he fucked up his ACL.
Oh, that's
his
right.
meniscus.
And then Manchester United was.
So
like,
he was out for probably like a full year. Yeah. So he went down in March, and in the summer, Monaco terminated the agreement that they had. Yeah. So now he wasn't able to play, and he didn't have a team. Yeah. After the team of his entire life had insisted that he signed a new contract, he didn't want to. And now he's a free agent, trying to take care of your knee on your own because you don't have a team to go to rehab for him.
And I think like the arrival of like Ter Stegen was just like a permanent bam, and that's why like we need to keep him.
Ter Stegen's a great guy, dude. You don't have social media, but he was the first player that I remember seeing post something after that Liverpool game, and he was like, "I take responsibility, like blah blah blah. We're sorry." Like he spoke out. Not even Messi, and Messi's captain. Okay, man. Look, my uncle always tells me. Shout out Henry, by the way.
Major shout out to Henry.
But he always tells me Maradona is better than Messi, right? I always just take it as Maradona was his time, right? Yeah. People were more.
They missed the football from back then.
Yeah, but we're gonna be the same way with Messi. Yeah, like some kid's gonna come up and he's gonna score a shit ton of goals. And it'll be like, oh, but technically Messi was better. You know what I mean? But
the stats will speak for themselves.
I kind of just like brush it aside, right? Yeah. I'm like, I respect him, but we just disagree. But one of his argument is always Maradona was a great leader and Messi's not.
You don't think Messi's? Do you think Messi's a great?
It's leader? Not. So there's two types of leaders, right? There's the lead by example captain, and then there's the Thiago Silva, Puyol captains. Yeah. Right. The Jamie Ramos. Carragher, Sergio Ramos, right? I think Messi's I'm going to lead by example one. The problem is when there's big games like that where he can't get on the ball and he doesn't have an impact on the game, it's like we don't have a captain.
And he's not, I feel like he's not very vocal.
He's not.
But that's just the person he is.
It is how the person that he is, and that's why
it's different. It's very different.
But for example, the Liverpool game, the first one, he came out, he set the tempo for us. Yeah. Right? That was the best captain game I've seen Messi. Yeah. Ever. Right? Yeah. Fighting for every ball. Right? Fired up from the start. Seeing your captain fired up like that takes you going. Yeah. But in the second one, he was just so out of the game, just because of how Liverpool was playing him, that he didn't have an impact on the game. And I think Barca needs someone like that on the field. I thought Arturo Vidal would be one, but I think even he was shook.
He didn't really show up as much as I wanted him to.
He showed up. He was one of the few ones that had a good game, or maybe not good game, but decent game.
Decent enough.
But I thought he was going to be a midfield that fired everybody up.
that continued.
That's what
to
I
fire.
thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought he was going to be. I think that's why they brought him. And it's not to say that he had a bad season or anything like that. Like,
No, he had a
bad
fucking
transfer.
great season. That's why I think they're extending his contract.
I just don't understand, man. I just don't understand. Sometimes I think Barca do need a captain like that. Like someone to just yell and get everybody fired up. You know, there's a reason why games like these didn't happen when Puyol was there.
Yeah, I definitely taught, like, me...
Xavi, it wouldn't have happened when Xavi was there either.
Yeah.
Because we had Valdez wouldn't have let that happen.
Everybody's, like, their own different captain. Like, if you're a captain, like, what kind of captain are you?
I'm the talkative,
Yeah.
instructional,
Yeah.
like, positive captain.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the same way, and I think that just bases off our personality, you know?
Yeah.
Valdez had that personality for sure. Piqué has it, but... he's just very inconsistent sometimes.
I think Piqué was shook too, man, which is weird because you have
I take my comment back.
Essentially, that was a pretty old team.
Yeah.
Where it comes to age, right? Like the average age. I think the only one there under 25 were Ter Stegen, who's 24, Semedo.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Everybody else was experienced at that point.
Fairly.
Right? Arturo started because of experience. Oh, and Leñez.
For sure.
And Leñez.
Oh, Leñez's what? 23?
23, 24. I think he's 23. Yeah. So Leñez. And then, you know, World Cup winners, Champions League winners, right? Some of the most experienced players on the planet, and they choked that bad, man. They were shook. They were shook to the core.
I think now would be a good time to go into who is...
Let's run it. Okay, let's run it.
So,
starting in number 1, Marc-André Ter Stegen. Okay?
Oh.
Do whatever the fuck we need to do. We need to keep that man
Untouchable.
on. He needs to stay.
Untouchable.
He needs to stay.
I say...
And he loves the club, man.
I feel like he could become a captain.
He should be captain. I love Sergio Roberto, but Ter Stegen should have been captain over Sergio. There's just no... There's no way. There's no way.
I feel like if Barca gives him a chance to be vocal and be like that, like, because when you have a captaincy, you're just kind of like, okay, I can start running shit the way I want to, you know. And shit, Neuer's a freaking. He's not like, obviously he's not fucking good now, but he's very vocal with his team. And I like that. I feel like
that's German keepers in general.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's a German approach.
Shout out Mikey.
And that's what fucking big shout out to fucking Mikey Golden, helped us out a lot in the Hillsdale days. You're the man. But what I'm saying is like that's not always bad. I feel like people see it as like, oh, he's yelling at me, he's being very vocal. Like
you just have to have tough skin.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
You gotta take it.
And that's how I feel like that's how some of these players are. They have tough skin, bro. Everybody's composed. Except for Vidal. Vidal loses his shit, but...
I love Vidal.
But we need players like that too, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a very good, like, approach. So that's why, in my opinion, he's untouchable.
He's untouchable for me because he speaks out like a captain should. Mm-hmm. He's as consistent as you can get. Hardworking, dedicated.
No, hell yeah.
Loves the team more than anything, dude. Keep him. Pay him whatever he needs to do.
I know for a fact that he dug us out of some very
For sure. So keep Ter Stegen untouchable. Next, Cillessen.
I mean, I'm kind of indifferent about him. Like, I feel like he does deserve to leave because he's been so fucking good.
He's really good, and I would hope he would stay.
Good. He was good in Ajax, and he was their starting keeper, and we just snatched him up.
He started in the World Cup.
That's what I'm saying. He was already
started in the World Cup. He's an experienced keeper.
Yeah,
I would say, hopefully we can keep him. If we can add him, I heard that he gave the okay to be a part of the Rodrigo operation.
Oh wow! So, dude, that
wouldn't mind.
I feel like Cillessen does want to stay, but a lot of teams want to go, so that's appealing to him.
Well, dude, he could be getting offers from the best. Remember we heard he had an agreement with Juve.
Yeah.
So that would have been a good one. He could go from Juve. Benfica was also talking about him. Valencia is also talking about him.
I don't think he goes to Benfica.
But either way, he's getting these offers. So I would want to keep him, but if he gets a good offer, then so be it.
You just got to let him go.
Yeah, he's way too good to be on the bench like that.
I think I think a lot of it too, maybe just has to do with more money too. We need money.
We could sell some players.
That's why we're going down this list.
Number 2, Nelson Semedo.
I want to keep him.
We're starting right back in the future for us.
I want to keep him, dude.
Starting right back.
He has the drive to learn. He showed me that
he had a great season.
He did. He started a lot too, which surprised me. I think it's just a long time coming. Like he's gonna have that game where you're just like shit cemented.
Yeah, like the Gareth Bale against Tottenham game where he against the Inter game where he scored a hat trick.
Oh yeah,
something like that.
An Inter, right? Yeah. No.
So not even maybe not even something like that, but just one game where against a really good team.
Don't get me wrong. Like he's had fucking great games, but
there's just that one game.
There has to be that one game where it's like, okay, this fucker showed us like what he's got.
Yeah. No, I mean keep him.
I keep him.
Keep him. Other right back. Do you want to go by number or by positions? I want to go by positions.
Yeah. Sergi.
Okay, look. I love Sergi. He's a great midfielder, not defender.
Yeah.
He's done a lot for the club. Mr. Remontada. You know, this nostalgia is always there. He's one of the last few Masia products. So there's always that feeling of nostalgia too. Well, him and Alenya, pretty much.
Yeah.
One of the few last ones, right? Take that away. If we want to bring in another midfielder and we have to get rid of a midfielder, I don't mind.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like if he leaves Barca, he's gonna become like Borja.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah,
without. I hate to say it, but without,
he'll be kind of irrelevant. Yeah, for sure. Because he understands Barca and he's molded his game to Barca, but I don't know how
he's kept himself there. Basically, he's done.
He's a hard worker.
Yeah,
he's a hard worker, and he's. I always say that if you are good enough, if you train hard enough, if you make a name for yourself hard enough, the coach will find a position to play you in.
Yeah.
Sometimes in a different position, but that's their way of rewarding you, which is what happened with him at right back. But he's not a right back. I think we need a backup right back.
Yeah.
We need a backup right back. Move Sergi to the mid, and if he's not getting that many minutes, he's not getting that many minutes. And it is what it is.
How do you feel about Sessegnon? Ryan Sessegnon?
Yeah.
Fulham?
But it's back to the start, man. We're just going to bring in another unexperienced
That's what we have him at. We can train him to go left back. That's what I'm saying.
A backup? We'll get into that. So next in line, Piqué. Untouchable for me. Captain, icon, great center back, man. I mean, he had a great season for the majority. He had one bad game. Obviously not one bad game, but one bad game that will be in everybody's memory. Yeah. But he had a great season, nonetheless.
Oh, yeah.
Great captain. He's turned out to be one of the best captains that we have on the team. He's a better captain than Messi and Busquets are for me.
Yeah. I don't know if Busquets should really be the captain.
No. Yeah. Okay. But Piqué, untouchable for me.
Yeah.
Lenier.
For me, I honestly am indifferent about him. I mean, I know his potential, but if we have to get rid of him, I'm just kind of like, okay.
Okay, so let's get into this because he was going to be next. If we need to get rid of one, do we get rid of Umtiti or Lenier?
I say Lenier. I think Umtiti.
How do you get rid of someone after he had a great, stellar first season like that? How do you reward him like that? How do you go, hey, man, we just threw you under the bus like that and you had a standout year. Go fuck off to Celta de Vigo.
I only say that because, I mean, shit, like I don't know, dude. I'm still salty about Anfield, bro. I just feel like he needed to show up.
But we can't be holding everybody back like that because it was just, I mean,
yeah,
if we hold everybody back like that,
experience at that point.
If we're gonna hold everybody back from that, we're gonna blame.
I know we're gonna keep him. And if anything, Umtiti goes. But it's just, I just hate to see Umtiti go.
Well, Umtiti will probably be the one that leaves because we can get more money from him.
Yeah. For
United would pay a crazy amount of money for him because, number one, they're desperate, and Titi still. I mean, dude, a year ago he was starting in a World Cup final. He got unlucky with an injury, but his potential. Yeah, he couldn't really cement his starting place since he came back from injury, but it was hard. You're coming back from a long injury, and this dude has been playing at a top level the entire season. So it's hard to displace
before the injury.
Yeah, so
I'm pretty sure he's ready and he's hungry for more.
I would want to keep him. In an ideal world, because Vermeulen's leaving. He's a free agent. They're not going to sign him. But hey, put some respect on my dude's name.
Hey, he's cool.
Hey, he got that bad stigma. He had that bad stigma because he played 2 games his first season. Yeah. Right, but
everybody expected him. Everybody expected him.
He's a good defender.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a good defender. He can't stay healthy to save his life.
No, he can't.
But
that's why I don't want him.
He's a good defender.
Yeah.
Any team that wants to pick up a veteran center back as a free agent,
hit my boys line.
Yeah, man, for sure. Like I said, in an ideal world, we would have Piqué, Titi, Lenier, and Dele.
Yeah, but probably not gonna happen.
Jordi stays. I mean, bro, Jordi had an awful game, man. I single him out to be one of the biggest responsibilities in that game.
See, but now you're holding on to him for that game.
No, and I shouldn't, but
it's hard.
It's hard, man, because he was involved in a lot of those goals. He had an awful game. And so those bad memories that I have of that game
just to follow
are just with him somewhere along the lines.
I think most of it is just fuck, if you would have been on your shit, it would have been fucking great.
Because man, that first goal, he fucks up on a header pass back.
I don't even want to. I don't even want to get it.
I'm like, how often does that? But anyway,
does he stay?
Yeah, I think he's untouchable.
Oh hell yeah!
I think he's untouchable. We don't even have a backup left back.
We don't.
And he was the best left back in the world this year.
Oh yeah, hands down.
But along those, going off of that, we need a backup left back.
Yeah,
and not a makeshift left back like a Nelson Semedo or Sergio Roberto.
That's why we have a Ryan Sessegnon, a young dude willing to fucking work his ass off.
Well, we might bring people up from La Cantera.
You think so?
Yeah, maybe. Just depending on who the fuck comes in as a coach. Yeah. Who else?
Busquets.
Who's next? Next to the mid, Busquets.
De Jong coming in. De Jong
I am a huge Busquets fan. But his time may be up, man.
I'm fucking pumped for De Jong.
His time may be up.
Yeah,
the game has evolved. I think
it's become way more physical.
It's become more physical. It's become way more direct. Busquets is getting more and more exposed sometimes on the defensive side. We saw it against United, against teams that don't necessarily man mark him, but man mark everybody around him. Right? If you guard everybody around him, you don't give him that option. You force him to go long.
Yeah.
Well, take that.
United had that. United didn't even have the best physicality, and
United just planted that out so well, right? Same thing.
They built it around him.
Liverpool did the same thing, right? Either I don't know. Either he learns how to play with a double pivot, or he just may not be an undisputed starter anymore, which sucks because Busquets to me was amazing at his best. He was amazing. Yeah, one of the most underrated players.
Yeah, he definitely shelled out a lot of times.
But this year,
I give him credit because he's always been very, very consistent, and then this season just more and more. I mean, even the season before a little bit, weaknesses started to come up a little bit more, and teams started exposing him a lot more and working their game plan around him. So, I mean, I understand, like you said, the game's involved, and he honestly just hasn't been able to catch up. That's why. If anything, this offseason, he works his ass off, dude, to try to become...
But, bro, he's already 30, 31. So.
And that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's just a different approach that we got to take. That's why the young coming in.
I don't know if he's the type of player to go play somewhere else or if he'll just retire. Because I feel like Busquets would retire early. I feel like he's the type of dude...
So?
I feel like he's the type of dude that's not going to want to keep playing until he's hella old. He'll probably chill.
Like a Beckham.
Beckham retired, what, 36?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he'll just... He may want to just retire. But either way, no longer off limits, I think.
I think it's just up in the air.
I don't think he would get sold.
No, he wouldn't.
I don't think he would get sold, but what I mean by he's not in the dispute in the sense that if someone's performing better than him, maybe he doesn't start anymore.
Yeah.
Next, Rakitic.
Yeah. Probably leaving.
Probably leaving. I hope. Man, Rakitic is just so disrespected for no reason.
Dude, he's such a nice guy.
He's such a great guy. He loves the team. He didn't always. It's not like to say like he never had a bad game, but he was very consistent.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
His gameplay wasn't exactly the most attractive, but he did a lot of the dirty work.
I think a lot of the times people overlook him because sometimes he doesn't show out.
But that's not the type of midfielder.
Exactly.
He
like
used
people,
to be.
People don't understand the type of midfielder that he is.
He had more than 10 goals for Sevilla.
Yeah, dude. He's clinical, bro, and he scores
every season.
Bangers. He scores bangers.
And with Barca, he kind of more retrieved. Like he understood his role a little bit better with Barca.
Yeah, I think
he adapted a lot of his game to Barca.
Yeah,
and
he's very versatile.
I don't know. I guess fans still didn't really want to give him that credit, but we're gonna get good money for him. I'm pretty sure Inter.
I would honestly, I'd be hella happy if he stays. I'll be so happy.
I would be too, but if they give us good money.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, in an ideal world.
Yeah, if they give us a good amount of money.
Oh my god, I'd be happy.
But if he leaves and we need another starter, you got to go out and buy.
Yeah, I mean, the money might not be there.
So that might come up. So next, Artur.
Second coming of Jesus.
Okay, so before his injury, second coming of Jesus. After his injury,
third coming of Jesus.
Very quiet. I don't think he had a game where he stood out to me since his injury. It's I was reading somewhere that the players were a little bit concerned because he put on 4 kilograms. I read it.
Oh my god, Spain. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know how much the kilogram.
Okay, they said it was 2 halves, so I think it's 8 pounds. I think
something like that. Either way,
like he put on a little bit of weight to the point where his teammates could pick it up, right? But he's just it's not like he played necessarily bad. He didn't have that impact in the game anymore.
He didn't have that finesse. That poise that we.
The first episodes I kept saying how he was the second coming of Jesus, and I stood by that. Yeah. But ever since his injury, he was a little bit slow off the pace. That hold-up play wasn't the same.
I think people had their expectations on him, and when he underperformed, it was just like, wow, okay, so this is what it is.
Okay, so set it apart. Untouchable.
I think he's untouchable.
I think he's untouchable. I think he's untouchable. Okay, who else? Arturo's
gonna stay.
Untouchable.
He's gonna fucking stay.
Untouchable. We need someone like that.
We need someone that's gonna just fucking.
We need Arturo.
Go in and cause some shit.
We need Arturo. He needs to stay.
I mean, he's that dude.
He needs to stay.
He's that dude, and he needs an extension.
Who else?
Alenya.
I wouldn't say untouchable. Maybe loan him out.
Yeah, I say
loan him out.
Yeah, I say he performed well. I think he needs a little bit more experience. Maybe, dude, I wouldn't mind him going to like maybe like Ajax or like
let him ball out for a bit. Get his confidence, come back.
Bit,
Remember, Rafinha balled out
Celta. Hell yeah.
And Celta and Inter, right?
Yeah.
So just let him ball out for a little bit, pick up a little bit more rhythm.
Confidence.
Yeah, because he's a great player. I don't want to sell him, but loan him out.
I think he could definitely be part of the piece of the new youth that we bring in, but we have to be smart.
Yeah.
With how, like you said, like loaning can be a great option. I feel like I'm on that same boat.
Shout out Lobo.
Yeah, Lobo. I would say Holland, dude. Holland has a great league.
Keep him in La Liga.
You think so?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. When we loaned out like Rafinha to Inter, I thought he fucking performed fucking well.
Which I didn't understand because I didn't think he fit that league very well.
But
he's just fast.
He did what he could, bro.
Yeah.
He did well.
He did well. Okay,
so maybe explore different leagues. We'll see.
Who was the other one?
We're dipping into the forward.
That's all there, man. Am I missing one?
Besides, like
Sergi.
I mean, Sergi is like either or.
Yeah. Okay. Dipping into the forwards. The God himself.
Untouchable.
Jeez, the day Messi leaves.
We are not worthy.
The day Messi leaves, man. I might just fall into some deep depression when Messi leaves.
Don't.
Honestly, to be real with you.
Don't.
Okay. Next
Suarez.
up. Yikes. Okay. If we get a good price,
you're okay with it.
Yeah, we need to start looking into the future post Suarez.
What do you think? Has anybody made any like inquiries on him or anything?
So I was reading a report that David Beckham offered him
For
the
Miami?
spot for Miami, but that'd be in 2020. So we'd have one more season.
We'd have to get some fat loot for him, though. Or do you think he'd be
Probably.
too old?
No, his contract is up 2020.
Oh, shit. So I think now if
But man, I'm not trying to get money from Suarez. That's not the issue. He's just a big sentimental part to Barca for me. He's, MSN. He was one of my favorite strikers before he even came to Barca. I always thought he was never going to come because it was just too good to be true. He came, he performed, he scored in almost every big game.
I thought he wasn't going to get picked up because of that whole thing of the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly, and he still came, right? And we waited for him hella long. The whole story.
Yeah.
His whole career with Barca was just been amazing. And
yeah.
I love Suarez, but we can't have a striker that goes missing. That many strikers.
I think that whole like Suarez. I don't want to say it's over because he did have a good season as far as La Liga goes with like goals and stuff like that. But
even
I just feel like
then,
it's just not there. Like his want isn't really there anymore.
Sometimes I feel like he's very. He'll go through games where he'll score like in every game, like 5 games where he'll have like 6 goals.
Or you have like 2 goals in a game where you're like, shit, he's getting back into.
But then against Real Betis, he scored that Messi-esque goal. Right, so they have that connection, but he's still on the team. He was untouchable this season because of his partnership with Messi.
Yeah,
but
he does work well off the ball too.
He does, but we have to learn how to play without Messi too, man.
I think like there's a lot of those times where Messi's like, okay, like we're just gonna give him a break. And then it's like Suarez is in the lineup with like Malcolm and Dembele.
Yeah, and Suarez doesn't understand with anybody else. He does not gel.
Where like that's what I'm saying. Like, where is he at in those situations? Like, if we're essentially like our second leader, on the field in the attack, how come you can't guide these 2 youngsters?
Yeah, because Suarez is the type of player that will just expect you to know where he's going,
and that pisses me off, dude.
That's kind of a frustrating type of player to play with.
But if
you learn how to play with him, he'll be deadly, and you guys can do well.
Yeah.
But he's just kind of one of those players that I feel like he's probably the type of guy to get mad at you for not understanding.
He had a strange partnership with Daniel Sturridge.
Yeah, because Suarez was more of a playmaker too.
Yeah, like
Daniel Sturridge was like their Neymar, and Suarez was a mix between Suarez and Messi.
Yeah,
but if it has to come this season, if it has to be the last one, then I'm okay with it. Yeah. I'm okay with it if we get a good price for him this year. Next one up, Coutinho. I don't want him. I'm tired of him.
I really want him. However,
I ran out of patience.
Yeah, his play pisses me off.
Because I always say, man, you can try things out. You can try a move and you don't get it, whatever. But you got to win it back.
You got to move on.
You got to at least try to get the ball back.
He dwells on it a lot.
He's very, very weak.
He's checked out, honestly. He's not there anymore.
And that's why I was frustrated with the fact that he started at Anfield because first of all, he didn't deserve to start.
He didn't.
Second of all, we were going into that game knowing we had to actually fend for our lives, and we were basically a man down defensively because Coutinho didn't do anything. We would get good money for him.
We'd get great money.
United wants him. PSG wants him. If we involve him with that Neymar deal,
we're gonna involve him with the Neymar deal. I think so.
I'd be okay with that.
I'm fine with the two.
I'd rather have Neymar than have Coutinho.
But then what about like Malcolm?
Malcolm, I hope he stays. I hope he gets more minutes next season. But
in the ideal world,
he gets more minutes next season. But
it's looking like we're gonna sell him. In all honesty,
most likely. So I'll be okay if he goes.
Yeah,
I'll be okay if he goes. Dembele, I have more patience with Dembele than I have with Coutinho.
Dude, because he just has those sporadic moments where he just goes off.
So I hope
Barca has patience for
if we have to get rid of one, I hope it's Coutinho and Dembele stays.
Yeah,
because Dembele's ceiling is higher. He can be something. Dembele can be something.
Dembele
really
can
special.
be definitely a piece to where if the Messi era ends and Neymar stays for a little bit, Dembele can take over, bro. And maybe we bring on Mbappe later.
No, Mbappe's going to Madrid at one point.
Fuck that.
Hopefully we get a little bit more patience with them. And last but not least, Rafinha. I like Rafinha. I think he's a good player.
I feel like he's turned into a Jonathan.
He's fun to watch, but he's just, again, dude, he's just always injured. Plus, where do you put him in the system? Do you put him as a winger?
I feel like he's trying to catch up to the other system. He's not even on this chapter yet.
Yeah, I don't know what his position exactly would be.
I felt like he was always trying to play catch up because he was always...
okay, so as much as, we say that he's, like, rarely there, in La Remontada, he was a big part of that.
He puts in work.
He was an important part because he allowed us to go with a 3-5 or a 3-4-3.
He was a physical dude.
He allowed us to go in that formation. He was basically the outside back.
He was pacey. He was physical. He was just everything that we needed in that game.
Yeah. So, but if we get an offer for him, which Inter might want to buy him back, I wouldn't be opposed with him. Maybe. Okay.
I feel like we would be fine picking up someone who we see that maybe has potential.
Yeah.
Someone young.
Yeah.
And then try to work their experience up.
So untouchables, we had Ter Stegen.
All right, let me go down the list.
Ter Stegen, Jordi, Piqué, and Messi, right?
Jordi.
Oh, Arturo.
Jordi, Arthur.
So those two untouchables too.
Messi.
Did
we say Suarez is untouchable?
No, hell no. I did not say he's untouchable anymore.
Okay.
Did we talk about the Griezmann one? The triangle? Yeah, we talked about it. Did we?
Briefly. We stepped into it. But
okay, if we're
gonna talk about it, dude.
If you have to get one of the three, which one would you get?
Well, we already have Coutinho. So
if you got to keep one of them, which one would you keep?
I want Neymar. I think you already know that's exactly how I feel, dude. So if you don't know, Martin and I recorded a dope podcast for his for Beards by the Bay.
Shout out Beards by the Bay. Shouts out Vic.
And it got deleted somehow, but it was a really good video.
Man, my computer was trash back then.
And since then I've been preaching wanting Neymar back because we understand his potential. And I know we've already discussed Neymar, but I want him back because I know what he can offer. When Messi doesn't show up and it's that lineup where Messi's not in it, Neymar shows out, bro.
Neymar was
fucking has 2 goals, 2 assists. Or
Neymar can be the guy.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I know of his potential. Like, we don't know if it's obviously there still. It's a gamble. It's still something
he just needs to mature, man.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, we still can get him somewhat young to the point where we can form him.
27's not young anymore, man.
Hey, with the way
he's 27 and he's acting like a 21-year-old.
With the way that he moves, and I don't know, man. I just have very high hopes for him. I think you know that. So, I want.
But out of the three, I would rather have
Neymar.
I would rather have Neymar.
Why don't you want Griezmann?
Why like
who would we get instead of him?
I just don't know where he's gonna go, dude. Griezmann's.
I'm not saying I want him either.
Griezmann's not a true 9. Griezmann's the type of player that relies on a true 9.
I feel like he's almost like the false 9 role where he kind of tries to be
but
like
the false
Messi.
9 role doesn't work anymore. The false 9 is out.
Shout out to Giroud.
Yeah, it's out, man. He needs a Giroud. He needs a Diego Costa. He needs a Mandzukic.
Yeah.
You know, he needs someone like that. He's in the same.
Do we start thinking in that way though? Getting a big man, like a Giroud.
We need a more creative big man.
Okay, so then Griezmann's creative, but not enough to be the 9.
What I always said is Barca needs two types of forwards. The two types of forwards. They need a playmaking, versatile forward. Doesn't even have to be high scoring. It doesn't even have to be high scoring because Messi's going to score. Just put up decent amount of goals and help create, right? Mm-hmm. Like a Firmino, right? Starter.
His smile is way too
starter, right? And then our backup one is just like a poacher who's just a target. Even like a Fernando Llorente. Somewhere along those lines.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like the big man role is starting to come back.
Like Giroud.
Yeah, Giroud.
Right? Giroud would be great. But Griezmann is just not that. So unless we put Griezmann on the other side and we go Griezmann, Messi, and Suarez.
Griezmann would have to go back to his Sociedad days.
I don't know.
Like as a winger. He was a winger, bro.
But just Griezmann is just, I don't know, man.
I feel like
no me ha convencido.
No, yeah, he definitely not for me either because I just feel like the system works for Atletico and I don't necessarily think we play at all like Atletico. No. Like you said, Cholo embodies that whole blue collar working ethic. You know, you fucking work your ass off, which I fucking love. I'm a blue collar worker.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not that way at Barca.
Yeah.
Where they're very technical. That's what I'm saying. Like I like a blue collar worker, but I want him to have some technicality to him. I want him to have.
I don't know how we would do with keeping possession.
I don't think we would, honestly.
We'd be more direct team.
Because Griezmann tries a lot, at least for France, and the couple games. I mean, because who's got time for Atletico games? But. That's what I'm saying. I haven't really seen much of that. I don't know, dude.
He's just not my guy.
Yeah.
He's just not my guy for Barca. He's one of those guys that you see them playing at another team and you understand, like, hey, that's a good player. Just don't come to Barca.
We thought of Firmino before even Griezmann was really.
Oh, Firmino has. Oh my God, Firmino would be amazing for us. I keep preaching that Firmino should be the one to replace Suarez, but there's no way Liverpool is going to sell him, which sucks. But.
They got him for cheap too from Hoffenheim.
And then last one is Coutinho, right? Like we both.
I mean, Coutinho's out the door for me. I think he's out the door for a lot of people. I still don't think it's. I don't think it's fair the way he's been treated at Barca as far as like the media.
He's the player that he's going to be a good player somewhere else.
He just didn't. Didn't work out.
If he goes to PSG, he's going to be He's going to be the man.
He's going to be like a Ben Arfa.
He's just going to be the man.
Yeah.
But it's just not at Barca, man. Yeah. It just didn't work out.
He just doesn't fit in what we're trying to do and we're trying to embody. It's just not it's not working out.
What's the most you'd be willing to pay for Neymar to come back?
Dude. I'd offer Coutinho, which is already a nice stack.
Like 100 at least.
Like 100. So I'd probably maybe feel like it's gonna be like somewhere like 75 million. Bro, it's gonna
Do you think his stock went down?
Neymar, yes, because he got injured.
So from 222 mil that he was in 2017, you think now he's like 180?
Coutinho's like one something.
He's like 110, dude.
Either way, like if we go a little underneath 200, like a 190, you don't think?
But think about it. And then PSG never wants to sell it to us. So they didn't want to sell us Verratti. We always have bad trouble with
we
PSG
just have bad luck with
when it comes to negotiating with PSG, we just can't negotiate with them.
Yeah, we can negotiate so freaking well.
Yeah, but we would have to give them a good offer with a player that they want, or at least 2 players.
That's what I was thinking too. A second player would probably be like a Sergio Roberto or something like that.
Whatever the fuck they want. But I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Whoever the fuck they want that isn't untouchable.
Yeah. Okay, so
Let's make that clear.
So Neymar, Griezmann, and then Coutinho.
That's it. There's a lot of moving pieces that we need to wait for though.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited for this transfer market.
That's what I'm excited too. I'm excited. So.
See what goes down. See who wants to leave. See what offers we get.
I'm ready for us to just finally like try to take off.
It's gonna be a big one.
So for a lot of you that don't like really know, like we're gonna be doing these a little bit more often, like videos, just because you kind of see our emotions and how we react to it. So that way it's not just through SoundCloud or just through your headphones, but actually see kind of how we are as people too.
I kind of feel like we're on Ramos 61.
Hey, dude, honestly,
how you got the little the visual ones and then you got the audio ones.
Yeah, it's definitely something to get used to for sure.
Yeah, it's our first.
Yeah, just because I don't really know if I should be looking at the camera or not. But I mean,
think
it's engaging with the community.
Yeah, it's the first one. We're working on a setting.
This isn't a garage. Hopefully you don't hear a lot of the noise.
Yeah, once we're able to move some things around, because I mean, bro, we're in our early 20s. We don't have that much money to spend.
Everything's on a budget. But either way, man. For those of you listening on
we
SoundCloud,
appreciate it, bro. We really do.
For those of you listening on SoundCloud, like right on. Like,
we appreciate it.
Like hopefully, like we'll try to keep pumping these out as much as we can because. There's a lot of people out there. Shout out to my boy Luis, asking when we're uploading, when this, when that. We'll have a YouTube page coming out soon, which is where this is going to be. And then for those of you on SoundCloud, slide through to the YouTube channel.
I keep trying to put us up on iTunes.
Oh yeah,
that's something we're working on. That's something
that we've also we were just talking about
the RRS feed.
Yeah, the RRS. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, so if anybody out there is listening, if you guys are good with uploading shit or production or RRS feed, anything like that, and you guys just want to be a part of something cool, man, hit us up. We're looking for people that want to just join the family. If you guys are good with pictures, editing, just about anything, just come through and we'll be a part of the family.
We don't have like any money to offer, so it'd be voluntarily, but I mean,
you guys would be the first ones to get paid.
We would do, if anything, we're doing this out of like our own time.
Yeah,
it's just something that we like to do. Yeah,
it's fun.
It also like helps us out with communicating a little.
That's true. That's true.
And debating and stuff.
Yeah, man,
which is really fun,
bro. I love it when people tell me like, "Hey, yo, bro, like, we heard the show." I'm like, yo, man, that means a lot. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah.
Shouts out Andre out there on his phone right now. How to pull up.
Support.
Yeah, but that's it for this episode, right?
Dude,
it was cool. Yeah. Okay, so we'll get another one next week. We'll get another one next week. We'll be doing as much as we can. I know sometimes in the off season, if there's not any transfer rumors, it might be a little bit slow. But we got Copa America coming up.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to be dipping into like dipping into like MLS stuff in the future, just because I feel like with all these players that are coming in to the MLS, big names, I feel like we need to hop on that wave to catch up and try to make a name for us in the MLS world, just because, it's gonna blow up at some point.
Yeah.
Dude. Someone's gonna come catch a lot of attention. And
Cristiano.
Already a lot of people.
But we're also gonna talk about Copa America and Copa Oro.
Yeah. Any type of major tournament that you guys want us to cover. If you guys want us to cover the women's...
Oh, the Women's World Cup is going to be lit,
Did you see the commercial, too?
Yeah.
Dude, the commercial was actually pretty fucking sick.
I'm excited.
I'm not going to lie.
I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys want us to cover the World Cup...
I might just mess around by a U.S. women's jersey.
Maybe even do like a vlog where we go to a game and maybe...
Do they have a game here? No, the game's in France.
No, but for like MLS.
Oh...
MLS, like
mess around by GoPro.
Exactly. Something like that. If you guys want to see something like that, shit, let us know. I'd be down to do that. I'd be down to do that, honestly.
That'd be pretty dope. That'd be pretty dope.
Anything.
But yeah, that's it for the first visual episode of Barca Boys. If you guys are tuning in on YouTube or on SoundCloud, we appreciate you guys always. Your boy Martin.
Your boy Lex.
See you guys next week.
Later.